Stein, I'm going to go to you first, actually, on this. I do not understand why we haven't heard Democrats much more passionate about the right of these young people to stay here. In other words, when you're fleeing a terror zone, when you're talking about murders, kidnapping, and rape, and children are flooding, not just in the United States, but into every country in that region, and they say, I want to get to America, A, we should be proud of that. They're not saying, I want to go to China. They say, we want to come here. But instead, what you hear is the White House saying, don't worry, we're going to get rid of these people. Hillary Clinton, don't worry, we're going to get rid of these people. Doesn't that bother you? It bothers me.
It does bother me. I wish the President of the United States were going down and visiting the children and visiting the site tonight. I kind of think of, you know, if I were on vacation in Puerto Rico and my wife's aunt was in the hospital and I didn't go see her, I think her family get together and probably say, you know, Sodi, you made a poor choice.
But
I mean, it is important that he do that. Having said that, part of the issue that we have here is the demagoguery around the children and what rights they do and don't have, and what the laws of the United States are. My friends in the Republican caucus keep saying, we won't do immigration reform because we don't trust the president to enforce the law. And yet, when he enforces the law, by releasing the children within 72 hours, reuniting them to the least restrictive setting, to their parents in many occasions, right? And saying you cannot exit the law of the United States.
The law requires a secure southern border, operational control over 100% of our southern border.
I wanted to talk about this for just, I know you want to talk about the border. I really want to talk about the children.
Why is it you don't want to talk about the border?
I do.
It seems funny to me you don't want to talk about the border.
I have actually introduced legislation well before you came to the Congress of the United States with John McCain in 2003 and 2004, which secures the border. But if I could finish this one thing.
We have 30 minutes and we're expecting the president, so I want to get as much in as we can. Let me press you on the logistics of what Van is saying, because I would take every one of these kids in. This is a terrible tragedy. Logistically, I'm not quite sure how we do that and when we shut the faucet off. I mean, is this the new normal? Do we just open the border? How do we handle that?
Here's how we handle it. Number one, we follow the law, and we don't use demagoguery when it comes to children that are fleeing drug traffickers and violence in their countries. Number one.
This needs to be addressed.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Go ahead.
Real quick.
We're going to give you a full shot.
So that's the first thing. But when people go on TV and say that they should just simply all be deported, and understanding that that is a violation. If the President of the United States, on the one hand, is the person that doesn't enforce the law, and then when he does enforce the law, he's bad.
What do we do with the 52,000 children are here and the thousands more who are expected?
Here's what we do. We give them their day in court because that's the law of the land. If you don't want to give them a day in court, then you have to change the law.
What's wrong with it?
I used to do counter-drug operations. We switched the mission. It's now called counter-illicit trafficking operations because these drug trafficking organizations are trafficking children, right? And they're trafficking children in northern Mexico. And they take them to northern Mexico because that's the easiest access into the United States. And in northern Mexico, there are now 70,000 to 100,000 dead bodies where you've got gangs killing gangs, cartels killing cartels. They're also killing judges, police officers, politicians, and it's all because we have an easy access point into the United States of America. And you can't deny that when you see what is happening on our southern border right now.
So you're...